Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another Empties video, and I have a lot. I know I say that in every Empties video, but I feel like today I have especially a lot, and the reason why is because this Empties video, like during like my collection of the Empties, my goal was to use up things that had just been sitting there for months or like a year that I just didn't love, but I had already spent the money on, so I needed to use them up. And I actually got this idea from the last Empties video when my friend Daisy commented. She was like, do you ever use up things that you don't like? That's essentially what her comment said. And I was like, I do, but you know what? I really need to focus on that this time around. And I'm still actually doing that. So the next Empties video will probably include some things that I didn't love, but I used up as well. And there are a lot of those in here today because I needed to use them up. And honestly, it's been freeing up a lot of like under the cabinet space or under the vanity space in my bathroom and like in my drawers. So it's actually like a blessing. And I have quite a lot of things that I used up, including things that, like I said, I didn't love, but they needed to be used up because I already had spent the money and there was like no returning them. And then also things that I love that are definitely like repeat products. So we have a lot to go through. I just took the thumbnail for this video and the basket was so heavy, and you can probably tell that in the thumbnail picture. We are being so transparent. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and section these off and we're gonna get started. So that took like 10 minutes to organize, but we've got it now. And as I'm looking at it, there's a lot in each category, like more than usual. So I'm excited to jump into it. Let's go ahead and do makeup first, because these are things that I've like talked about to death and I just kind of want to get through them, and then we're gonna dive into skincare and go from there. So this is no shocker. I went through another L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear foundation. This is something I love. I talk about it all the time. I use it all the time. It's my holy grail. I've never found a foundation that I love more than it. And that's all we're gonna say about that. Then I have the NYX Plump Right Back Primer. This is my favorite gripping primer right now. It grips onto your makeup forever. Like this and the L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear foundation together are such a power duo. I love them. So yeah, if you haven't picked it up, you definitely should try it. It is like $17, so it's pretty expensive, but I do love it. And I definitely think it's worth that price tag. Then I have my favorite concealer, the Catrice True Skin Concealer. I finally ran out of this. I had it for like a year. It took forever to go through and I used it quite a lot. And by the way, this is in the shade Cool Cashmere. That's like my fair skin shade. And I love this concealer. I haven't found another concealer I love as much as this one. It's perfect, medium to buildable coverage. You can get it pretty close to full, but for me, I'm a big medium coverage person, and I think it is wonderful and hides my dark circles really well, and it blends beautifully. It's only like $7, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. It's got a pretty neutral undertone, so if you are like me and you struggle with like concealers being too warm or too cool, this is the concealer for you. So I finally ran out of the trial size Ulta matte eye primer. This is one of my favorites. I actually got it in like a sampler thing last Christmas and I love it. It's the perfect undertone for me for my eyelids. And I like it. It's very similar to the Milani eye primer, but it's better and not as like, that one has a little bit of slip to it and it dries down, but this one is matte from the beginning and it has the best undertone for fair skin. So I love it. I have it in the big size and I can start using that one now because I finally ran through this one. It's like $12 for the regular size and it does last a while because this one lasted me, I don't know, like 8 months. So yeah. So then I ran out of my favorite lip liner. This is, well, at least one of my favorites. It's the Rimmel Exaggerate Lip Liner in Innocent. I've talked about it for years. I've loved it for years. It's my favorite lip liner that's nude, perfect undertone. I'm wearing it today and it's perfect. You do have to like purchase it on Amazon. It's very hard to find in stores. I never can find it in stores, so I always purchase it on Amazon or like online. But it's the best. I just wish it were more accessible in person, but whatever. So then I ran out of the CoverGirl Micro Brow Pencil. I have it in the shade Soft Blonde. It's my favorite. I have strayed a couple of times, and there are some other ones that I really, really like, and I also think are very comparable to this one. This one is cheaper, and I love the undertone of it. It's perfect for like somebody who has like dirty blonde eyebrows. I really, really love it, and I of course have already repurchased it. So let's get into skincare because I have a lot here. And so first I got all of these Mighty patches from Hero Cosmetics empty. They're each different kinds. The red is the original, the like teal is the salicylic acid one, and then the blue is the invisible. So I really like all of these, but I think this one is my least favorite. They're giant patches. They're way bigger than the other ones. And I just feel like they don't stick as well because they're so big, and so it makes the salicylic acid not quite as effective as I'd like it to be. And they're the most expensive. I probably would repurchase these, but only if I couldn't find these two. And out of these two, the invisible is my favorite. I feel like this one, they're very, very similar, but this one's just a little bit smaller. So yes, it is a little bit less visible. You can see it, it's not invisible, but it's a little less visible than this one. And I feel like because of the way it's designed, it sticks a little bit better. I don't really know how to describe why that is, but that's just been my experience. So this is my favorite. These are the least expensive. This is like mid-range, and then these are the most expensive, and you get the most in these two. In the salicylic acid ones, you only get 6 patches. So, and these you get 24. So definitely a lot better than getting this one in terms of like best bang for your buck. But yeah, I've already repurchased this one. I actually flew through these because if you can tell, I have like a little bit of leftover from a pimple I had that was like the worst pimple I've had in a while, and I was like desperate, so I was like using all of these to try to get rid of it. Speaking of Hero Cosmetics, let's talk about their sunscreen, their Force Shield sunscreen. I love this. It's one of my favorites, and you can purchase it at Target. You also, I think you can purchase it in Ulta now. You probably could have the whole time, I just didn't realize it. But this is one of my favorite sunscreens. I've actually realized I think this is my favorite sunscreen for the summertime because it's not as dewy as the Can Make one. But actually right now I'm having a little bit of a love affair with the Can Make one because it's so pretty, and my skin has been a little bit drier recently, which is weird because of how humid it is here, but I love this. I think that it is like one of the best. It's a mineral sunscreen and it's not very expensive, so definitely try it out if you haven't already. It's got an SPF of 30. Let's talk about some of the skincare that I used up that I didn't love. Let's talk about the e.l.f. Pure Skin line. So this includes a moisturizer. It's got oat milk, ceramides, and niacinamide. Then we've got the Pure Skin cleanser, which also has oat milk and niacinamide, but it also has allantoin in it, if that's how you pronounce it, I hope. They also have a toner, which is it's actually a hydrating one. It's made with oat milk, aloe juice, and niacinamide, so you can see there's quite a pattern here. This line is really supposed to help keep your skin hydrated while also keeping it clear. And it came out earlier this year. I know they've come out with like another line that I haven't tried yet. I think it's a little bit more like to treat breakouts and stuff like that. But overall, I thought this line was good. I don't think I would repurchase any of these because I found this step unnecessary, this toner, because I really like the Paula's Choice one, which I actually have an empty of right here. And they obviously serve different purposes. So this one I would typically use in like the morning because it's more of a hydrating toner, whereas this one's more of like a treatment toner. But the thing about this is I felt like it was unnecessary in my skincare routine. Like I don't really need a toner because I've got other products covering the hydration standpoint. So it was kind of just like an additional step that I didn't need. So I personally wouldn't repurchase this, but I thought it was fine. And I do think it like could help with hydration if that's something that you're missing in your skincare routine and you feel like you really, really need that extra step. I think it might be really beneficial for those of you who have like super, super dry skin. I have combination to dry and it leans more dry in the winter, more combination in the summer. And so for me, this was just not necessary. But like I said, if you have super dry skin, this may be a product that you would love. So in terms of the moisturizer, I thought this was good, but it's too heavy for me to use during the daytime and it's too light for me to use at night. So I ended up using this up on my neck. I tried it on my face a couple of times, but I really like the Cerave PM facial moisturizing lotion for the daytime because it's a little bit lighter. And then at nighttime, I really like the Cerave Skin Renewing Night Cream because it's a little bit thicker. This is just a little bit it's right in between those, so it doesn't quite meet my expectations. Like in the morning, I like a little bit of a lighter one that's still very effective, and at night I like a thicker one that's very effective, and this one's just not either one of those. So I would pass. However, if you have, you know, if you have dehydrated skin but it's a little bit oily, I think that you could really, really like this because it does hydrate and moisturize, but it's not super heavy like the CeraVe Skin Renewing Night Cream. So yeah. And then we've got the Pure Skin cleanser. This one for me, oh man. Okay, so do you know like what a craft store smells like Michael's or Hobby Lobby? This is what this smells like. It smells like the cinnamon aisle specifically, and that's all I can think of. So I felt weird washing my face with this. Like, I don't think it did anything, and it is fragrance free, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's fragrance free, vegan, cruelty free, no sulfates, phthalates, or parabens. But the combination of ingredients in here causes the weirdest smell, and I feel like I'm just like rubbing a craft store smell on my face. So I didn't particularly like it for that reason, and it didn't like beat out my Aveeno cleanser that I really, really love, the Calm and Restore. So I wouldn't repurchase it. So overall, I feel like these products could work for certain people, but none of them like wowed me in any way to where I felt like I needed them for myself. So then I used up this Volition Hibiscus Unspottable Correcting Oil, and this one I actually just used up on my neck. It's got a very specific smell that it reminds me of something, but I can't for the life of me think of what it reminds me of. I use this up on my neck. I wouldn't put this on my face because if I remember right, it does have like essential oils or fragrance in it, which irritates my skin, like my facial skin. So I just used it up on my neck and it was fine, but I wouldn't repurchase it. I actually didn't purchase this in the first place. It came in a BoxyCharm. Purpose of this is to like kind of like treat spots like maybe past breakouts or scarring or hyperpigmentation of some sort. But this is like $42, so I definitely don't think it's worth it because I love the Ordinary Rosehip Seed Oil, and that one's $9.80. And so this, I wouldn't repurchase it, but if you're willing to spend that kind of money and you think it would be worth it, maybe you would like it. Just keep in mind it does have essential oils in it or fragrance in it, so you know, if that irritates your skin, just be aware. Let's talk about another serum that I used up that it wasn't that I hated it, but it makes me break out on my face. And it's the Super Peptide Serum from Good Molecules. I don't know what it is about this, but every single time I use it, it like breaks my face out. Now, I used it on my neck and my neck seemed to love it. And peptides can kind of help treat like wrinkles or like prevent them. It's supposed to like target fine lines and wrinkles and stuff like that. So I put this on my neck and I really feel like it hydrated it. So I could definitely see myself repurchasing it for like use on my neck, but for some reason I cannot use it on my face because it breaks me out. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but I would repurchase it for my neck, definitely not my face, and I'm glad that I'm making room in my skincare drawer. So I have the Frank Body Booty Drops and the Truly Açaí Your Boobies. I purchased this one last year, and then this one came in a BoxyCharm. This one, I don't know if it has like, oh yeah, it does. Okay, so it has coffee in it. So I feel like I'm like wiping coffee oil all over my tushy. And I didn't like the smell of it. It's not a good coffee either. It smells like tree bark coffee. So I didn't love the smell of it. I felt like it did nothing for me. It didn't treat any like cellulite or anything like that. And I don't really know if products have the capability of doing that. So it's like a fun little product if you just want to like have it in your routine, but I would not purchase it. And same can be said for the Açaí Your Boobies. This I actually really did not like. This one was just like I wouldn't buy it again, or I wouldn't buy it myself because it wasn't anything legendary or revolutionary. This was just weird. So it's purple, first of all. It's got a very strong like smell, and this is so not spreadable. The only way I could get this to spread was to sit it in front of my space heater so it turned more into like sort of like a whipped lotion, and then I could put it on my boobies. But all it did was turn them purple, like temporarily, of course. And I was so excited to just get through this because it was such a waste of money. This is like $25. I don't know what it even, it's supposed to firm and tighten. I don't think I need that anyway, so I definitely don't think that it provided that, and I don't think it would provide that if you did think you needed that. So I would way pass on this and pass on this as well. So then I tried the Cerave Makeup Cleansing Balm. This is brand new. And when I got this in the mail, I was laughing at it because it is comically tiny. It's only 1.3 ounces. Do you want to know how many uses I got out of this? 2. I use a decent amount of makeup, so I do use a hefty amount of cleansing balm or cleansing oil to really get it off so I can then clean my skin from there. This also has a very peculiar smell that I do not like. It kind of smells like older makeup. I don't really know how to describe it, but this is small. It's like $15, like $13 to $15 or something like that. It's so not worth it. I didn't even think it was that good of a cleansing balm. The vanilla one that I use is so much better, and you get so much more bang for your buck. Like the jumbo size I think is like $25 or something like that. I have the jumbo size right here, and just look at the comparison. So this is like $25 to $30, this is $13. I mean, that's just comical. I get so many uses out of this, and I got 2 out of this. So hard pass. It wasn't even that great in the first place, like formula wise. All right, so now I've got some repeat skincare products, and I'm just kind of gonna go through quickly because you've heard me talk about them before. So first we've got the Paula's Choice Exfoliate Salicylic Acid BHA Toner, and I really, really love this. I'm telling you, it helps prevent breakouts and treat breakouts. When I had this one, it did help a lot treating it. It was just such a blind one under the skin, and I haven't had one of those in almost a year. So you can tell this is working because that is very rare for me now. Thank goodness, knock on wood. But I really love this. I am on Subscribe and Save on Amazon for it because it's just that good. So then I have the Superclay Purify and Clear Mud Mask, and this is from Youth to the People. This is my favorite mask right now. I actually have run through a lot of these. Great at treating breakouts, helps really get the under the skin bumps out, and honestly, it's just great for keeping your skin clear. So I love it. And it is expensive, it's like $35, but I 100% think it's worth it. And it lasts you a while, even though it's a very tiny jar. So now I've got some serums, and the first one is the Maelove, the Glowmaker serum. This is the antioxidant serum I use. It's got ferulic acid and vitamin C in it. I love it, can't talk about it enough, can't recommend it enough. I will say though, the last couple bottles I've had of this have been already kind of tinged yellowy, and that's been not usually what happens when I order these. Usually they're clear, and that's when they're the most effective. Once they go pure orange and like on the verge of being orange, they're not as effective or effective at all. So that's been annoying, but I do really like it, and I do really think it helps. It's $25 and it lasts me like 2 months. So I feel like that's well worth it. Then I've got this Good Molecules Hyaluronic Acid Serum. This is the smaller one. I'm still using the jumbo one that I purchased. I am almost out of it, so that one would definitely be in my next Empties video, and I'm gonna repurchase the big one. This is $6, the big one is $12, and it lasts forever. I love this stuff. It is so good, so hydrating, the best hyaluronic acid serum there is. I mean, it's better than all of them, in my opinion. So then I've got the Ordinary 100% cold pressed rosehip seed oil. I've talked about this for a very long time. It's really, really good. I can't talk about it enough, honestly. It helps with hyperpigmentation. It helps with like keeping your skin super hydrated. It's $9.80. Please buy it. I've got this La Roche-Posay Retinol eye cream. This is my nighttime eye cream. I love it. I've loved it for like a year and a half now. It is expensive, but it lasts for like 7 to 8 months, so a really, really long time. And honestly, I can't say enough good things about it. I will say I don't have any crow's feet right now. I don't know if this is helping with stuff like this. You kind of have to test it for a while to see, but I really like it because it does have the retinol in there, but it doesn't dry my eye skin out. That sounds disgusting. So then I've got this CeraVe Resurfacing Retinol, and I love this stuff. I really need to get into tretinoin. I haven't yet because honestly I'm shying away from it because the last time I tried tretinoin, like a prescription strength, it was actually clindamycin, I think is what it was called. It wreaked havoc on my skin. But I do need to get into that, but for the time being, I really, really like it. This has been working so well. I've even been using it on my neck. So then I've got some cleansers here and some like cleansing things. So first we've got the Vanilla Clean at Zero Cleansing Balm. Like I said, I love this stuff. It's the best bang for your buck. You get so much in this jumbo size, and I can't talk enough about it because it's just that good, and it doesn't strip my skin of any of its natural oils, and I already do, like I said, have like combination dry skin, so it's great. Then I've got this Simple Micellar Cleansing Water. I love this stuff. This is what I use after the cleansing oil or cleansing balm, and I just rub it on with a reusable cotton round because I found some that I love, and it's just so effective, and it's for dehydrated and dry skin, and it doesn't strip my skin at all. For my cleansers, I've got the Aveeno cleanser and then the Cerave cleanser. I love these. These are the two that I just can't get enough of. This is so hydrating, and it really does a good job of cleaning your skin, and this one is a great treatment. I use these together at night, and I use this one alone in the morning, and they're great. Excellent price. Subscribe and save on Amazon for both of these. So then I've got the Cerave PM Moisturizing Lotion. I love this stuff. Like I said, it's the perfect moisturizer for the morning time because it's not too heavy, but it's still very effective. I love this one, and honestly, I haven't found anything that measures up to it. So then I've got some body washes here. First, I've got one of my favorites, which is the Aveeno body wash. This is the skin relief one, but it's the fragrance free. It does have a little bit of essential oil smell, but I actually really like that. I always get the jumbo size because it's the best deal, and I really love it. And then I used up this body wash because, like I said, I was trying to use up things that, you know, I didn't really like or whatever. This one wasn't one that I didn't really like. It was just one that had been sitting in my cabinet forever. It actually smells really, really good. It's an oil wash, which actually was very beneficial. By the way, this is from Avon, and it's the Skin So Soft. I don't have a lot of stuff from Avon. I don't really believe in their business model, if you understand my drift. But I just had this left over, and I did think it smelled really, really good. It kind of reminded me of a fancy hotel smell, but it's got like a hint of coconut, and I thought it was really nice, but I wouldn't repurchase it. So then I've got some hair stuff. Let's go through the dry shampoo because I have 4. I finally used up all my dry shampoo, and now I only have one that I'm using, which I'm very proud of myself for. So first I've got this one, which is the Maria Nilla Invisible Dry Shampoo or Invisidry Shampoo. This is my current favorite. It's just the most unique dry shampoo. You spray it on and it doesn't look like any other dry shampoo, and the next day your hair looks brand new. It is the most expensive that I have here besides one, and it does retail for like $20 to $25. I get it on Amazon. But I do think it's worth it, I will say. I do think it's worth that price tag. So then I finally used up the Ava NYC Freshen Up Invisible Dry Shampoo. This one is really similar to the Amika Dry Shampoo. I compared those in my last dupes video, and they're pretty much identical. It's not my most favorite. When I tried it a couple years ago, it was my favorite, but since then I've tried other ones that I like better, like the Maria Nilla one. But I do really like it, and I think it's got a nice smell. It just doesn't absorb enough oil for me, and I don't need that much oil absorption because I do have drier hair, but when I do like need to use dry shampoo, I do need it to have like a punch. You know what I'm saying? So the one that I love that's from the drugstore is this Dove one. This is the Fresh Coconut Dry Shampoo. It doesn't smell like coconut to me, which is good because honestly, sometimes like these kind of products that smell like coconut make me a little nauseous, and I like coconut. But this is the jumbo one. I love this one. It is my favorite drugstore one. So this one and the Maria Nilla one are my favorites, and I'll repurchase both of them. And then I've got the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. I like this one, but the smell kind of bothers me. And it's funny because Thomas thinks it smells good. I don't. I think it smells like a clay mask, and it kind of bothers me. And honestly, it kind of makes my hair feel dirty. So it's not my favorite because of that. I don't know if I would repurchase it, to be honest. I tried it a couple years ago, liked it, but the more I've used it, the more I realized it's actually kind of making my hair feel dirty. I used up my hair mask is kind of what I use it for. It's the Redken All Soft Heavy Cream Treatment. I love this stuff. It is what I use as my hair mask every other week. I leave it in for 30 minutes, which is way longer than it tells you to. It says to leave it in for 5 to 15. I leave it in for 30 because I just feel like it works best that way. But I love this stuff, and it smells so good. It's like $30, $35, but it lasts me a while, and honestly, I think it's well worth the price. Then I finally used up this Warped Paul Mitchell Skinny Serum. I hit it with my hairdryer one time, and it was like this full, and it took me forever to use it, but now I have a new one that can stand up on its own because I finally use this one up. This is excellent. It's similar to an oil, but it's lighter because it's a serum. It's a little bit lighter. So I do use both this and an oil in my hair care routine. If you haven't seen my hair care routine video, definitely go check it out. I just uploaded that one recently. But this is just so good. I think at just like keeping the moisture in your hair. And I've been using it for years and I love it. It's one of the only products that has lasted even through my bad hair years where my hair was like breaking off and it was in a rough state. And so I definitely would recommend this. I know a lot of people swear by this and I 100% think it's worth the hype. Then I also used up this Paul Mitchell Neuro Style Prime. This I also mentioned in my hair care routine video. The one thing about this that drives me crazy is now you can't buy it on Ulta, you can only buy it on Amazon because it's the Prime and it looks very similar to another product they have. But I love this stuff. It kind of smells like trees, but it's a blowout primer and it's got heat protectant in it and it's great. I love it. It's one of my all-time favorite products. And then I also got this Redken One United during their last sale. I got the mini version because I just wasn't sure if I would like it. And now I do like it. So I'm gonna keep this bottle for travel, but I did want to touch on it in this video. And I think that this is really good. It's a good one-step treatment. So if you don't have time to like put anything else in your hair besides this and maybe like a hair oil, it's great. I don't think that I need it with the rest of my hair care routine. So I guess in one way I could say that I don't need the rest of my hair care routine, but I love my hair care routine. But this is a great standalone product after you shower, and if you're kind of in a rush or if you have like wavy hair and you just want to wear it naturally, but you also want it to have like a little bit of a treatment in there. So I really, really like this. I repurchased it in the bigger size, and so I'll use this bottle for travel. Then I have a couple of mouth things. First, I have this mouthwash. This is the Equate Anti-Cavity Oral Rinse. It's the alcohol-free. I usually get another version of the Equate brand, and I'll put a picture of it on the screen. I like that one better. This one I didn't feel like was as effective. Maybe that's just me because that one has a little bit more of a burn, and they're both alcohol-free, but I don't know. I kind of want my mouthwash to give me a burn. It's like I'm under like the illusion that my mouth is cleaner that way. I don't know. But I do like that one better, so this one will probably not be a repurchase unless I can't get my hands on that one. Then I have my favorite toothpaste, which is the Crest 3D White toothpaste. I love this stuff. It's so good. I actually have started purchasing it at the Dollar Tree more though because it's a lot better of a deal that way and it's the same thing. But this is the only thing I've found that can help keep my teeth white without causing major sensitivity. So if you have a sensitivity problem, maybe give this a try. I don't have super sensitive teeth, but when it comes to whitening products, my teeth are relatively sensitive to the whitening like component or ingredients, so I do have to watch out for that. And this product does not cause any issues. And I've got some laundry stuff. First, I've got this 7th generation free and clear laundry detergent. This is one of my favorite free and clear laundry detergents. It's great for stain removing. It fights stains and it's made for sensitive skin, and I 100% believe all of that. I love this stuff. I go between this one and the all version of this, and those two are my favorites, so definitely would repurchase this. So then I have the Clean and Simple Arm & Hammer In Wash Scent Booster. These I really, really love. These are like $4 something a pop, and the beads are tinier, so people think you need to use more. In my experience, you can use just the same as you would like use the regular Unstoppables, and you actually can make these last longer than the Unstoppables, but they do give the impression that perhaps it's going to take more because of how small they are. But I love it. These are some of my favorites now. I actually prefer these over Unstoppables because I like the scent of these a little bit better. So then I have quite a few candles here, and let's just run through these. Some of these I just used up to use up, and some of these I used up because I love them. So one that I used up just to use up is this Candle Cafe candle. It's okay. It kind of smells like fake coffee, so it's not my favorite, so that's why I used it up, because I just wanted to use it up. But it's just okay, and I'm glad to get rid of it because it's kind of large, as you can see, so it took up a lot of room in my candle drawer, but I don't think I would repurchase it. It was kind of like a gift though, so I don't even know where I could repurchase it if I wanted to anyway. So the kitchen candle that I prefer over the Candle Cafe one is the Yellowhammer Creme Brulee candle. Yellowhammer Candle Company is a local company that's like located in Northport and Tuscaloosa, and I love this. This is Thomas's favorite candle that we have, and it's funny, he's the one who's picked it out at a fall festival last year, and I repurchased it online and he loves it. So I have repurchased it, and I will repurchase it in the future. I think that Yellowhammer has a great scent throw, and I recently did like a candle haul in one of my previous vlogs. And this, I ordered like 5 in this company, and this is one of my favorite scents. Then I used up this Hearth and Hand candle. This is the Cedar Magnolia scent. It's like Chip and Joanna Gaines candle company. I really like this. This one was the one that was in here. I will repurchase this. It has a great smell. I love it. I might even get the bigger version, but I kind of like having it on my like little shelves back there. So I might just keep getting this size because this is the only size candle that can fit on those shelves. So then I actually got this candle from Buc-ee's. This is the Capri Blue Volcano candle. I love volcano candles. They're like a spa smell. And so I definitely will repurchase this from Buc-ee's. I really like Buc-ee's. And it just smells like a spa. Like, it makes me want to go get a massage. Not that I really need that much convincing wanting to go get a massage. And I've got some Bath & Body Works candles. First, we've got the Raspberry and Mimosa scent, and then the Rosewater and Ivy. These are some of my favorites. This is my favorite summer scent. It's just kind of just like a popsicle, and I love it. And then Rosewater and Ivy is just one of my favorites, like, year-round. So I will definitely repurchase these. I'm trying to get more into local candle companies, but there are some holy grail scents from Bath & Body Works that I love so much. So I will repurchase a few, and these are a couple of those that I will repurchase. And then I have this Eco Wicks candle. This is in the scent Silver Birch, I think, or Silver Birch Rising. I obviously got these at TJ Maxx. I love the Eco Wicks brand, and I always buy it from TJ Maxx, but I wish that TJ Maxx would put their barcodes on the bottom and not on the top of the candle or the side of the candle, because it drives me crazy. But this also kind of has like a spa scent. Yeah, it smells really good. And I just find that that's one of my favorite vibes in the house, like constantly, is to have like a spa-like scent. So this is one of those, and I really like it. I also have one more of these. I don't know if you can purchase it like standard. I don't know if TJ Maxx, if like when they get these, if they're like discontinued scents, because I never can find this scent online or anything. But that's okay, because I found other spa scents that I like as well, but it does smell really good. And aside from the tag being on the side, I would definitely repurchase this if I were able to find it. Anyway, that is it for this Empties video. I feel like we covered a lot of ground, and I went through a lot of stuff, so yay me. I'm gonna keep trying to have this attitude in the future, just to use things up even if I don't love them, because I don't want to waste them. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that notification bell down below so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And also subscribe if you're not already. That helps my channel a lot, and that also helps you find my videos and my channel a little bit easier. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, weekend, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!